What would you do if you had to make $5,000 in the next 25 days? Well, I'm going to be bringing you along with me for the next 25 days, is that's exactly what I'm going to be trying to do, as I go from $0 to $5,000 inside of my agency, and I'm going to be bringing you along with me as I go to the dealerships, as I go to the businesses, and actually just cold drop in. And also, I'm going to be bringing you on those phone calls with me, as I'm going to be making some cold calls in the car as I'm driving in between these businesses and other places that I'm going. But I'm going to be giving you an inside look at all the things that I'm going to be doing for the next 25 days as I'm scaling my agency from $0 to $5,000. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I have had other businesses before. This is not actually my first time even running an agency. So that is a little backstory, and I am cheating a little bit. I am getting myself a little bit of a head start, but I think you guys will be okay with me doing some prep work. You wouldn't say that that is too much of cheating. It's almost like studying for a test. So you guys are gonna be along with me for today, and the main goal for today, so I've got a meeting this morning because I do have a regular job that I do every single day. So my current everyday thing that I do is I train and coach athletes up at a place called Zenith. So Zenith Sports Performance is a sports training center inside of a baseball facility called Next Level. So Next Level is a baseball facility. It's got cages, it's got a training spot, it's got a handful of different things that go on there. So I am headed up there, and I'm going to be doing a lot of my work out of there, and then I will be doing some work back at the house later on tonight. So the main thing for today is I'm going to be a YouTube video done that has nothing to do with even this whole series, but I'm going to be doing some work that has, again, nothing to do with this series, some actual just day-to-day. I need to do some training of and getting some programs set up. So I want to bring you guys along for this journey, and I want to bring you along and see kind of the behind the scenes view, because I know, again, I'm talking about this and I'm going about this based off of how I felt as a salesman when I first started. So I know that maybe you're sitting there watching this video and maybe you want to start an agency, maybe you want to sell cars, maybe you have some skills that I have, or maybe you're missing skills that I have, that by watching these videos there's something that I could teach you that, boom, that's the one thing that you were missing, and then you scale and take off, and that's the one thing that you go to use to crush it. So I'm talking to, you know, my younger self. I'm talking to the person that was just getting started, that didn't know anything. And the reason I know I didn't know anything is because of what I know now. So it's easy to talk to myself back then based off of what I didn't know, because I didn't know a lot. So hopefully you're gonna be along for this journey, and for the next 25 days we're gonna go from 0 to 5K, and I'm going to be documenting the entire process, and I will see you guys for some cold calls that I'm probably going to be making in a little bit, or I'm just going to be cold dropping into businesses, but I haven't decided. Like I said, I got to go get some other work done first, and then I'll see you guys in a little bit. So, you know, I actually just left.
Yeah.
Actually just left the gym.
You know, you're crazy busy. You have all these things that you're trying to juggle. Like, if I was in your shoes, I don't know if I'd do it. And he said that he grew in his relationship with Christ more when he was serving in the mix than any point in his life. I know you're someone who's extremely business-minded and extremely gifted in that world. And I just wanted to let you know that the door is absolutely open. But you're always going to be the prototype of someone that I want in the line with us, because athletes get it. People with drive get it, and you know what can happen just with what God's done in your life here at Fellowship.
Because it's easiest to essentially get out for that more than it is to do some of the other stuff. I would rather actually prefer go to that and kind of do that. I just left the spot, and the spot is the gym where Zenith is at. So I had a conversation with Heath, and Heath is the one that runs Next Level. So I'm going to be running the organic social medias for Next Level. I'm going to be kind of putting together a lot of the different structures for the videos and doing some actual video creation for them. But Heath and I were just talking about the videos that we're actually going to be putting together and actually going to be making, and how we want to actually go about that. And then we want to plan out what days we want to actually record, how many videos we want to do a month, what I want to look like, the actual daily schedule, and what I want that to look like. So it was a really good conversation. It was a really good meeting. I mean, of course, I work there and I'm there every day, or not every day, but most days. So, that was just more of a laid back conversation. And again, having the fact that I am working inside of the building and doing sports and training and whatnot, this is a little bit more of just a internal thing. So this is not something that counts towards the 5K by any means, because really Heath isn't even a client. It's just we're actually partners, because Zenith is partnered with Next Level. So it's a kind of hand-in-hand deal. So that's not something that counts toward this, but it is something that I am going to be working on, and it is something that you guys get to learn from and experience as I go through it, and I've got those lessons and those stories as I go along with it. So there's definitely some value in the things that get done in there, but there's a lot of other things that can get done as well. But the main important piece now is doing some cold calling, and you getting a chance to listen to those calls and hear just kind of how I'm going to be pitching these dealerships. And what I'm going to be initially pitching is just selling the free training. I just want the free training. I just want to get an initial contact with them. And so the initial contact is going to be setting up, sending them the free training, and then using that free training to then actually go in and do another training that just dives more in depth. So the first training that I'm going to be sending them, I've got a 30-minute Loom recording that is a full presentation. I did a full breakdown of kind of the ins and outs of what it's like to get more leads and start to drive more traffic using social media. So it's a very intro level recording. It's not anything that's really too in-depth teaching. There's some ideas, there's some tips and tricks that are in there, but it's not like a step-by-step video. It's not a really organized teaching video. It's kind of an overview video. So it is a free training, as it's more of a free overview than it is a training, but it does give some lessons and tips and tricks that will bridge that gap. If you want to see that training for yourself, then just click the link below, and I'm going to put that in the description. So that way, if you're like, hey, I just want to see the free training video, and maybe you want to see how to structure it, or maybe you want to do one for yourself, then that free training video is going to be down in the description. Just click and watch it. Let me know what you think. But we're going to be making some cold calls, and that is what I'm going to be doing next. So let's dive right into those. All right, I'm going to be making some cold calls. You get to hear these calls, and I am doing this super just off the cuff. I don't have a list. I don't have a power dialer. I don't have any of the fancy tools. I literally went to Google, I looked up dealerships near me, and that is how I'm going to be going about these calls. I'm just going to be calling. I'm going to be asking to talk to the sales manager or the general manager, so that way I'm not talking to some gatekeeper. I want to be talking to a decision maker. So I want to be talking to the sales manager or the general manager who is going to be overseeing those salesmen, so that way I'm not going to be talking directly to the salesman, talking about, hey, let me send you a free training. I'd rather talk to their manager and a person who's going to be responsible for their salesman, because if I talk to the manager and the person who decides and runs these decisions, if I'm talking to the general manager is going to be the one that hires and brings me in to actually do the training. If I talk to the salesman's not going to be able to help me out if I actually need to sell something to them. If I need to work with the business, I need to talk to the person who's going to be making the decision, who's actually overseeing the department, who's going to be the person who, again, it's a decision maker for a reason.
Hello, this call may be monitored or recorded for training purposes.
Hi, is there a general manager or sales manager there?
Let me find out for you.
Okay, awesome, thank you.
Hey, sir.
Yes.
He's in a quick meeting. He should be out within 15 minutes. Can I get a callback number?
Yeah, it'll be 9. Not really too much with that. It was just a call. Again, a gatekeeper. Receptionist picked up the phone, said that the GM is actually in a meeting, and he's, took a quick message, took the number down, and he's going to give me a call back. Whether or not he actually calls me back, I don't expect him to call me back. I don't put that down as like, oh yeah, I think they're interested. I'm putting that down as I talked to a gatekeeper, and that is something that I don't expect any response back from that person, because I don't expect her to go above and beyond and try to get that message or try to have that GM really call me back. And if he's in a meeting, it means that he's busy and he's got more important things that are on his his mind, I don't expect him to reach back out to me either. So the next step is going to be just moving on to the next dealership, setting up a plan, and going out and still attacking it. So it goes right back to the next dealership. Let's lock and load, get right back to it.
This is Ali.
I'm sorry, what was your name?
This is Ali.
Ali. Nice to meet you, man. Ali, my name's Quinn. How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
So Ali, you a sales guy?
Yes. How can I help you?
Okay, so I was looking to either talk to a sales manager or the GM if they were in.
How can we help you, sir?
So I was looking to call and talk about some sales training stuff, and that's why I'm guessing that you're not in charge of this. So I was saying that either a sales manager or a general manager.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're not interested, man. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry?
We're not interested.
What do you mean? That's why I was just calling to talk to either the GM or the sales manager. And then you see in that situation, like I said, Ali was a sales guy. I was trying to get through Ali because Ali's protecting his guys. He's on the front lines. He's a sales guy, and of course they're trying to have sales. They need guys off the phone because people calling in, they want to get their deals. So this is again a situation you're going to have that happen. You're going to have some people when you're cold calling. This is not the easy part of the gig. This is not something where it's going to be all sunshines and rainbows, and every single person that you pick up the phone, they're going to be super happy that you're on the phone talking to them. So again, I was trying to drive right through to the point. I wanted to talk to the GM or the sales manager. I don't need to talk to Ali. Ali was a sales guy. I don't care. I don't need to talk to Ali, which is why I'm trying to push through. So Ali's pushing me back. Oh, we don't need that. Oh, we don't need this. I don't care what Ali thinks. I'm not trying to talk to Ali. I'm not trying to talk to the sales guy. I'm trying to talk to the person who is in charge of the sales guy, because I'm going to be delivering the training to the salespeople. So what happens in this situation? All we do is we pick up the phone and we call the next person. So even if we get hung up on, even if they say yes, even if they say no matter what happens, we pick up the phone and we move right on to the next person. So we move right into the next call.
Auto Source, this is Ryan.
Hey Ryan, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm finding a way to stay warm best I can,
No, that's right.
Yeah, some days that wind just cuts right through me, brings me back to my days up in Fargo. But so Ryan, wanted to ask you one of the sales guys out there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so is the GM or the sales manager in today?
Shortly they will be. What can I do to assist you?
Okay, so I was just calling to ask about, I had some free training things that I wanted to talk with them about, of getting some certain deal flow and traffic flow talked about with them. Do you know what time they'll be back in? Okay, awesome. I'll give a ring back in about 2. Appreciate you, Ryan.
No problem.
All right, bye-bye. So if you notice at the end of the call, Ryan's tone plummeted down as soon as I mentioned to him that I was not interested in buying a car. I picked up on it and I heard it, and I recognized there at the end, Ryan sounded very sad that I was not there to buy a car. So by me saying, hey, Ryan, are you a sales guy? He was, yes, I am. What can I help you with? And so the minute I then was just like, okay, well, I don't want to buy a car. I'm looking to talk to the people that are above you. That is like, I noticed his tone change at the very end. And he was just like, okay, yup, they'll be back about 2. This is a situation now where, okay, so it's 1 o'clock. So I'll call back in about an hour, and I'll try to get on the phone with whether it be the GM or the sales manager, knowing that, hey, they'll be back in about an hour. I'll have it noted. So, okay, boom, we'll give a call in a little bit. Hey, I talked with Ryan a little earlier, and, we'll kind of go from there. Because the main thing that I'm going to be pitching to, whether it be the general manager or the sales manager, the first thing that I'm going to be suggesting to them is I'm going to be hooking them in with, because the crazy part is, since I haven't had a chance to actually talk to any of them, is I want to actually hook them in with what is going to be interesting to them. And the thing that's going to be interesting to them is more deals in the month and more money. And so to get more deals in the month, you need more traffic, you need more leads. And so to get more leads and to get more traffic, you need to have your salesmen be better at what they're doing. So the main question that I'm going to be proposing to a lot of these GMs and a lot of these sales managers is, how good are your salesmen at creating their own leads and driving traffic into the door that you don't give to them? Finished up working on just getting a couple of the programs built. So I was doing stuff that had nothing to do with the agency stuff. I was doing stuff that had to do with coaching and training. And I was getting some couple people added to the different programs, getting programs finalized, getting some other, like I said, just kind of managerial type stuff done and stuff that actually had nothing to do with what I'm actually working on with the agency. But gonna take a bit of a break for now. I'm gonna eat some dinner and then actually go grab some coffee, chop it up with a friend of mine, and then get back and finish up with some work for tonight, essentially editing some videos and then getting ready for the day tomorrow. So based off the calls today, based off of how today went, I'd say at least was you know, a bit of a good start, a bit of a jump. At least we got some stuff rocking and rolling. The amount of emails that were sent was not as many as we actually want, especially just, like I said, based off the fact that I had to jump in and do some training and coaching stuff. Not entirely what I want to do, but at the end of the day, that's the main stuff at the moment, and getting the rest of the stuff done is kind of the key. So I will check back in with you guys later on as we kind of get rocking and rolling throughout the day. But like I said, I'm going to take a bit of a break from work for now and kind of go live life for a little bit. And like I said, eat some food, shower, and then hit the world for a little bit. So talk to you a little bit after that. Done editing a video, and that is going to be it for me tonight, because I haven't even gotten into the vlog footage. I haven't gotten into any of the other stuff as well. So I'm just trying to get stuff set up and planned for the day for tomorrow, and that is kind of just what I've been up to. And then I will talk to you guys in the morning, and we'll kind of hit the ground running, kind of like we did today. We'll be up at this spot. Got a meeting with Heath and Colin tomorrow in the morning, and to kind of go over some coaching and training type stuff, and then gonna do some more cold calls and send some emails in the afternoon. So I will talk to you guys in the morning.